In 2006, everybody's first online friend was Tom on MySpace. But there was this little company coming off of college campuses that was about to put them completely in the ground. That company was Facebook. On what is my favorite media platform, algorithm, do you hear that? YouTube was purchased by Google for $1.65 billion. And Pluto, the little planet that could, was told that it was no longer a planet. As for me, I was exploring what would become an obsession for over a decade: paranormal investigations. The story of my life. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Felix, and in 2006, my now ex-girlfriend and I were looking at this advertised thing that there was going to be a public paranormal investigation at a place called Graham Park, and specifically in the Keith House on the property of Graham Park. Now, Graham Park was 2-3 miles away from us. I had always been interested in paranormal investigations. I grew up in a haunted house, and I'll tell you that entire story in a future video. Basically, what I'm starting here is a series of videos talking about my life as a paranormal investigator. It will only be interrupted by a video that I'm going to do regarding September 11th, which will be released on September 12th. But back to this video. Well, this paranormal investigation was being overseen and ran by a paranormal group called NPPI, which I later came to agree with them was the worst name for a paranormal group in paranormal group history. That name was National Pennsylvania Paranormal Investigations. If any of you can make any sense out of that, please let me know in the comments. Other than that, they were, some of them, long-time paranormal investigators. So we went on, I think it was August 21st, 2006, and we went to the Keith House. When we got there, it was not quite dark yet. The sun hadn't completely gone down. And I met Lisa Terrio and Glenn Orwin, who were the leaders of NPPI. Later, I came to find out that Glenn was kind of driven out of the group because he was faking stuff so that people would get results. That particular night, I kind of stayed away from Glenn. Glenn was kind of running this stuff that was going on the grounds of Graham Park. I was focused on staying with Lisa and Tina inside the Keith House, as was my girlfriend. So we go through the entire investigation. I had some personal experiences. I didn't have any equipment. I didn't have like a recorder or a video camera or any of that stuff. I was just me. So I definitely had some personal experiences. I felt that I was touched in the attic of the Keith House. I heard a voice in the parlor at the Keith House, and I actually was witness, and again, I don't know if this was faked or not. I personally don't think it was, but there was a spinning wheel in the parlor, an old spinning wheel, that started to move. Very, very little, but I was looking right at it. So yeah, I had some experiences. My girlfriend had a experience where she heard a voice. I don't believe she had anything else that occurred. But long story short, that was pretty much what cemented me into being a paranormal investigator. We went back a couple of more times when they were running paranormal investigations at Graham Park and the Keith House, which, by the way, if you're interested in looking into any of the history of Graham Park and the Keith House, I will have a link in the description that talks about why people believe it's haunted and why Elizabeth Graham is the one that's actually doing the haunting. I ended up becoming a member of NPPI, at which point I had bought a digital recorder. I bought a video camera. I had some still cameras of my own. I was kind of into photography at that time, so I would bring them. And I ended up running these investigations with NPPI. Coming up in future episodes is I'm going to be talking about how I ended up becoming a potential host for a paranormal show on the History Channel, and some of the major experiences that I happened to witness and experience in my decade plus as a paranormal investigator. I'll see you next week. I'm Felix, and this is the story of my life.